What's up guys, what's going on? BorisT here and welcome to this new video. Today we are going down memory lane when I was a young, healthy, passionate metalhead, full of hope and dreams. We're gonna revisit some picture that I've took with some famous musician through the years and the funny stories behind it. And with that said, let's go! So the first picture that I'm going to show you, it's a picture from 2014. And it's me with the host from Tokyo. They were playing in a small club. I think there was something like maybe 40-50 people. I was pretty fat at the time, you can clearly see from my face. And I remember well two particular things of this concert, besides the concert being great. But after the show I remember host going in the backstage with two girls. And I remember my friends stopping him and asking him for a picture. I was like, dude, stop it, he's going with groupies. But for my surprise, he stopped and took the picture. I mean, he didn't want really, you could see it, but you know, it was nice enough. This picture here was taken after the shows, etc. We were just outside, me and my friends, and the band came out, you know, to get into the van. And he was out there, he was pretty drunk, and I asked him a picture. He was like, yeah, sure, but he never looked at the camera. He was just talking with another member of the band, but I didn't care. It's funny because I'm really serious, you know, like true black metal, while he don't give a fuck. He was just laughing. Funny things about that night is that the drummer in this picture, we spent the night, you know, just talking and laughing with other guys. Those guys here, they are a band from Italy, super funny guys. They offer me some beers and you know, I never drink, so you can see how I end up. Yeah, it was a pretty funny night. The next picture is again from 2014. It's me with one and only Ash from Naro. I really like how his jacket reflects the light. You can see how skinny I was here compared to before. Do you know how many people there were that night? I think I could count 13 people. There was two bands playing before for 13 people. 13. But no matter what, they delivered a great show. At the time he has on the guitar the singer of Asagrarum, something like this, and on drums he has Simon Skilling, the actual drummer of Marduk. My friends played that night too, and they tried to offer him, you know, some drinks, something, but he didn't want anything. At the time, you know, I was following him, and he just decided, you know, to travel, not have a stable place, no alcohol, no drugs. He has this kind of association that he created about fitness and black metal and stuff like that. But you know, this guy changed so many times. That doesn't exist anymore, for example. Now you can see him in bottles of tequila. The show has the best sound that I ever heard in my life. And you know why? They didn't have a bass. A fucking bass. A lot of bassists will now hate me, but the sound was so clear, so good. I never understand why, if the bass in the albums is under the guitar, the guy behind the mixer thinks that the bass has to be over the fucking drums. You can never hear shit because of the bass. Anyways, I took a picture also with the young Simon. I was so much into drums at the time. I was playing 8 hours per day, so for me it was great, you know. I remember that I had a huge cough, and you know, going through a hot place and a cold place outside. I remember going home, I was driving and I couldn't speak with my friends because I was just coughing constantly so hard. I was thinking I was dying. I was barely breathing. But I didn't give a fuck. It was an amazing concert and I wanted to be there. Now we are going a little bit more back in time. This was 2008. I was 19 years old and I went to this small club. It was Agus. There was 40 degrees Celsius or more. It was super hot, mosquitoes everywhere, and me and my friends went to see the legendary Exodus. And this is me and my friends with the one and only Gary Holt. You know, at the time when you were 18, 19, you want to see your idols so bad, so what you do, you're going there, you know, at 2 p.m. just to see them, just to take a picture with them. And I remember we were there outside, you know, and we saw him coming out. Shit, that's fucking Gary Holt! We asked him for a picture and he was like, yeah, sure. He was such a nice guy. I didn't understand anything of what he said later because I didn't speak a word of English before. More friends came then to take a picture with him. Of course, I wanted another one. I wasn't sure that the previous one was good. And of course, I have the fucking sun blowing up my face. We were lucky enough to get all the members that day. Even the previous singer, Rob, he just woke up, you know, but we took a picture. He was super nice. The only guy that I will say that was a little bit annoyed was the bassist, you know. He wasn't rude or anything, but just looked like a bit of like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. I have to do so much stuff. I don't know why. And Boris, holy shit, what the fuck is that? Look at those sideburns. I remember my friends always made fun of me with that, and I don't know why I thought it looked cool. But since I'm already embarrassing myself, why don't show you a video of me of the time? This was outside the venue that day. Wow, look at that sideburn. Time flies, guys. Seems yesterday when me and those guys were there having fun, and now time is like this. Everybody works, everybody has all their passions. Beside me, I'm still stuck with metal. Can you imagine, guys, that that night just 100 people were there, maybe just 100. Everybody was in vacation, you know. But for a band like Exodus, I always think about Exodus, one of the big five, you know. See that much people, like, damn. But the next one, guys, the next one. This guy was such a piece of shit. It is Glenn Benton. Yeah, Glenn Benton. I was so excited. They just released, I remember, Till Death Do Us Part, Bug, that album, and I got that patch with the face of Glenn Benton where it was written like Glenn Benton from President. And when we entered the club, I was talking with my friends and the door of the backstage opened and Glenn Benton came out. And I was like, oh, Glenn, can I take a picture with you? He didn't even answer, just turned on the other side and went away. And I was 1 meter from him and I was there with my camera like, okay. And there was a guy close to me said, you were lucky, man. When I asked him a picture before, he threw a chair on me. Glenn Benton threw a chair on a guy because this guy asked him a picture. But I just show you a picture, so you're like, how you get to that picture, you know? Well, when the concert was over, you know, we were outside and I've seen him actually taking a picture with a girl, because of course you can say fuck off to me, but you know, you don't feel it to say that to a girl, you know. So that girl was taking a picture and after she finished I was like, hey, can I take a picture with you? So he was like, okay. I was like, whoa, dude, I just paid, you know, to come to see you and you're making these faces for a fucking picture, come on. And as you can see, there's also the picture of him signing actually the album, but damn, he was really annoyed, you know? I was actually able to take pictures with the other members of the band, like Steve, the drummer. This guy is awesome. This guy is the heart of Deicide, you know? He brought the majority of the music. I will just go back to see Deicide for him, not for Glenn Benton. And at the time, Jack Owen, ex-Cannibal Corpse, played with Deicide, so I was able to take a picture with him too. But he wasn't really happy because I was thinking constantly to Ralph Santola, which I took a picture with him too. And I called him Ralph so many times, like, Ralph, can we take a picture? And Jack Owen was like, okay, let's take this picture. You know, he was probably pissed, you know. And then I was like, why he reacted like that, you know? And I was like, shit, I called him Ralph so many fucking times. But Ralph Santola, guys, rest in peace. He was such a character. Always fucking drunk. I've seen him 2-3 times. He was always drunk. Such a nice guy, such a funny guy. And as you can see here, he played in the fucking shorts, like those the swimming shorts, you know. And you can see from this picture, but he has his leg up, you know. So it was just super funny. Really a nice guy. The next one is another amazing band, both musically, both humanly. You say humanly? I will show you all the picture, but first I will show you the picture with the drummer at the time, the frontman now, Francesco Paoli. This guy is an amazing drummer, this guy is an amazing guitarist, amazing composer, amazing vocalist, but it's an amazing human being. Every time we see him live, he was such a down-to-earth guy. Imagine that after we took this picture, I was able also to catch the pianist, or the keyboard guy, okay? And also the bassist, both great guys. After that, we wanted to take also the picture, you know, with the other guitarist and the singer, so we were just close to the backstage and just waiting. Francesco Paoli just, you know, went a couple of times up there, then he stopped to say, guys, are you waiting maybe for those morons? And we're like, yeah, we wanted, you know, to have a picture with them too, you know? And it was like, come with me. And he brought us in the backstage. And we were able to take, as you can see, the picture with the other members. Every time we see them, ended up like this. And this one is the last one for this video, and it's a picture with the guys of Belphegor. Here you can see the first picture with Helmut, the frontman. I was fat again. I was eating a lot of pasta again. Look at me. Helmut was already, I think, 47 here, 46 years old. This guy looks fucking great. And we were able to take a picture also with the other guy, Serpent, the bassist. Let's say the main guys, because the other guys are all just, you know, live session members. And of that night, I remember after the concert, we went out, you know, I had my CD in the car, I brought it to him and said, hey, Helmut, can you sign it to me? And he was a little bit drunk, you know, so what he did, signing my album, he just made a hole in it, you know, because it was so drunk that then he pressed, you know. And you could see how sorry he was. He was like, oh, oops. It was like, oh my god, sorry. You know, you asked me sorry for like 10 times, and then was like, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your support, you know. And I found it just funny, you know. It was a little hole, nothing wrong with that. But and the crazy thing about that night, I remember this groupie bothering the bassist for the entire night, and at the end, they ended up in the tour bus. You can imagine what happened. But when they came out, you know, she came back to her friends, and at some point he came behind her. She had full of merch, you know, she got a lot of merch, and he came behind her and was going to hug her, and she was like, oh, you know, she didn't expect that he was behind her. So, you know, she turned around, she saw that it was him, you know, she just made a little laugh and turned back, and was there like a okay. And he went back to the tour bus. I found that pretty funny. We were there watching the entire scene. Looked like a fucking funny movie, yeah. So guys, I'm gonna stop here because I know that I talk too much. Then I think the video is like 8-9 minutes and the video is like 20-30 fucking minutes. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all soon in the next one. Cheers!
Satan.